but this is a tidbit file in reference to some statements that I was making yesterday over at the Hazard Center trolley station, where I was waiting for the green line to take me to SDSU. And it's a 40-minute file that began in reference to me walking from a certain area, and then walking through Friars Mission Center, up and then up. And I'm just going to put it this way, because since this is going on YouTube, I don't really want everybody to know what my routes are. I got to Hazard Center trolley station, and I was making statements in my digital tape recorder like I always do. I make predictive statements concerning what might happen towards me. And notice how I'm talking about SDSU, because when I got to SDSU, a minor incident did occur towards me at the computer terminal, and a big incident occurred today. I uploaded the incident that occurred today in part, as far as the video part of it goes. The digital audio section of that has not been uploaded yet, because it just happened. See, I only get to spend 2 hours on the computers here at SDSU. But just listen to this, because it's important concerning my statements about SDSU and what might occur, but it's also important concerning the black guy that's getting ready to approach me. Organized stalking expeditions put these freaks along my path to engage in multiple different types of behavior. And what they do is, when they have these individuals approach me, they'll gaslight me with a physical gesture that's directly connected to sensitization tactics, and then they'll have the nerve to actually sit down next to me and ask me how I'm doing. Because the whole goal is to form the association in your mind. They've been purposely put there to harass you through the physical gestures, and then they have the audacity, because it's all about creating mental responses. It's called gaslighting, where they gas and ignite, which is the fuel, and the fuel is the sensitization tactics, in order to light up your brain in reference to the neural responses that are felt in reference to the perpetrated sensitization tactics that they do towards you through overt physical gestures. As he was walking towards me, he literally engaged in a physical gesture that has been directly connected to this organized stalking expedition. Then he had the audacity to sit next to me and ask me how I'm doing, because it's all about exciting and enticing and igniting mental responses in relation to what you see, the physical gesture, and then how they had the audacity to actually ask how you're doing, because then you have a mental response to that, since you already know he just gaslighted you. So just listen. At SDSU, this includes in bathrooms, walking to on elevators, SDSU store, computer terminals, whether it be on the third floor or the first floor, media center, group study room. Any problems transpire concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me on SDSU campus today or any day, especially within the next week, including tomorrow. It will literally be the direct concerted effort of this organized stalking expedition that's happening towards me in San Diego, California. Now, also, if any problems happen, again, like I said, on this green line trolley going to SDSU, got an individual walking this way. He's black, blue shirt, and if any problems happen, he's getting real close. If any problems happen at all, how you doing? At SDSU, or on my way back from there to this location, same thing, organized stalking related, in San Diego, California, and today's date is June 23rd, 2012.
How you doing?
It's none of your business how I'm doing.
Oh, okay. I just don't like people taking my pictures, though.
I wasn't taking your picture.
All right.
See, this is what they do. They literally had the audacity to walk up towards me and put their hands to their face. This is how organized stalking expeditions sensitize targets to specific physical gestures. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, well, I'm not saying that you won't believe it, but this is in reference to, if you're not familiar with what organized stalking is, understand this and be clear. You can extensively Google it when it comes to organized stalking or gang stalking and sensitization. And you can also observe the fact that I literally caught 3 teenagers admitting they were put on a bus route that I was already on to engage in organized stalking sensitization tactics by putting their hands to their face. You can witness that YouTube video. I caught it on digital audio file, them admitting they were put on a bus to do it, a bus route I was already on. Okay? That occurred on January 28, 2012, the very bus route I was assaulted on October 10th, 2011. You can find that video. In fact, you can find both videos. The video concerning the three teenagers admitting they were put on the bus to literally engage in the sensitization tactic. You can find that YouTube video by typing in at YouTube, "Learning Disabled Woman," catches gang stalkers admitting they were put on bus to harass. Listen to it extensively. They were literally put on the bus to put their hands to their face by a third party by the name of Jamar, who I have no idea whatsoever who that is. Also, you can go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on an MTS Bus." Okay? Now, I've already made some statements here in reference to, well, let me just jump back for a second. Now, in reference to me catching those three teenagers that were put on a bus to engage in organized stalking physical gestures, which is sensitization tactics, because they sensitize target to repeated certain physical gestures. This in turn makes the target feel stalked because they're constantly witnessing it. And they got to know where you're at in order to put these people along your path to do it. It's their overt way to make you feel stalked and harassed as a result. I was making numerous videos before January 28th and posting them online at the beginning of December 2011 concerning how I was already experiencing that. Then I catch three teenagers admitting to me that they were put on a bus to do it. I caught them off guard. And now, since there was videos already being made that went all the way back to December of 2011 here in San Diego, me stating that this is how they were harassing me, and then me catching three teenagers admitting it on January 28th. I don't know if they were briefed or not, but I caught it on this digital audio file that I had attached to my clothing. I transferred that digital audio file to a video file and uploaded it to YouTube. Now, in reference to me being assaulted on the MTS bus, look in the comments feature of that video. You'll literally see a printed out, scanned email file that was scanned and put in a blog, I'm choking on a Hall's Mentholyptus, that was put in a blog through a PDF link. I copied and scanned it, okay, and uploaded it to PDF, and then downloaded that into a blog, and I copied and pasted the blog's URL address and put it in the comments feature of that YouTube video showing me being assaulted. Now, I made that email because of the simple fact that I had been assaulted on August 17, 2011 at a bus stop, and because of what I was preparing to do in reference to approaching Barbara Boxer's office, a senator here in California, in reference to the organized stalking, and also in reference to the cyber surveillance and cyber monitoring, which is an organized stalking tactic, and as a result of them being feeling threatened as a result of me preparing to go to Barbara Boxer's office. And all of that preparation took place over at USD in their library. I printed out a privacy consent form from Barbara Boxer's office. I was going to sign it and take it to her office so she could investigate the Department of Education in reference to why they have not investigated a college and a university in Michigan that played a direct role in organized stalking. It's a nationwide syndicate. Now, you can go to Google and type in a gang stalking tech, everything you need to know. It's a manifesto of a manager who directs organized stalking crews to harass a target along their routes. He flat out states it in the manifesto they are a nationwide syndicate. And organized stalking, if you thoroughly investigate it, you'll see targets from every state are complaining about it all over the internet. What is the likelihood of somebody being assaulted on public transportation after they predicted 11 days before if these incidences and harassments weren't already going on, which gave me reason to make this prediction? As a result of the cyber surveillance, they seen what I was doing online over at USD, and then just basically deductively reasoning that problems could transpire for their connecting parties in Michigan. And why is that? Because the Michigan syndicate is directly connected to the California syndicate. I was literally subject to 2 organized stalking tactics in 2006, coming from Michigan to here when I was here for 37 days. And the San Diego police played a direct role in that and what happened towards me in 2006. I left in 2006 and went back to Michigan, where I was gang stalked on a feverish scale every single day up in between 2006 and August 8, 2011, when I came back to here to San Diego, and now I got undisputable proof that I'm being gang stalked again here. They had to know I was here and arrived here in order to initiate the campaign towards me again here. Do you understand what I'm saying? This will literally prove the duration of this crime. I also have saved emails that go all the way back to 2006 showing me describing in these emails about what was happening to me in San Diego when I was out here for 37 days. But I don't mention gang stalking at all because I didn't know what was happening to me was gang stalking. But I do describe methods and tactics that are listed all over the internet as far as them being methods and tactics of organized gang stalking. So do you see what I'm saying? It literally, all the proof I have literally shows interstate stalking and the duration of this crime. And since the San Diego police were directly involved in it, they do not want to file a police report. But I go in to request a police report. Yeah. To make a police report that I'm subject to organized stalking tactics, and they will not take one. 9 times I've asked, and the reason why? Because they were directly involved in a huge street theater that took place towards me in 2006. And they know I'm back here, okay? Yeah. And since I got email files to prove that I was being gang stalked out here in 2006, and now that I got proof that I've been gang stalked here since I arrived since August 8, 2011, it shows the duration of this crime, and it will really show the perpetrators involved. They don't want this proof known. Yeah. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. This is an informative file for you to understand what's happening towards me in San Diego, and just to let you know in tidbits how they operate. I'm harassed on a feverish scale over at Hazard Center Trolley Station, my walking routes to it, and my walking routes from it, no matter if I'm coming from SDSU, UCSD, any place, or going anywhere. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams.